Good morning. This is Linda Lavitt of Mrs. Plum's Art Emporium, coming to you from Westfield, New York. Today I'm going to talk about art journaling a little bit because this summer I will be opening the barn on Saturdays, starting Memorial Day through Labor Day, and from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock on Saturdays, I'm opening up the studio to anyone who's interested in doing art journaling. I know what you're thinking. You don't know how to do art. You've never had success. You want to do art, but you don't know how to do art, and you don't know where to start. Well, journaling is a great way to start, and I'm there we'll talk about your journaling, how to start a journal, an art journal. And one reason I'm doing this is I have a lot of art supplies that I'd like to have used up. I will not be giving away the art supplies, but I'd like to have them there for you to practice on the different kinds of things you can use in an art journal. And so it's noon to 2 on Saturdays. We will start this the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. I'll put another notice up in what's happening in Westfield when it comes closer to the time. Now, diving into art when you don't have any art classes, or when you don't, you're older and you wanted to do art, you wanted to learn how to do art, and you never got around to it. A lot of people are in that position. I was in that position. I didn't start doing art until I retired 15 years ago. Before that, I did no art, but I always wanted to. And you just have to dive in and start doing things. And journaling is a wonderful way because it's yours, it's your journal. It's like a diary. It's your own diary. It's your own journal. You do what you want, and then you start developing your artistic voices the more you do. So now there's all kinds of journals. Now I will not be providing the journal itself. You'll have to purchase a journal, and a good journal it opens flat. So you have spirals, anything spiral that's maybe watercolor paper would be good, or you have these little. This is an Artisca. This is it opens up flat. You want something that opens up flat. And if you just want to do sketching, it's good to get something that has very smooth paper. If you're doing mixed media, you want something more of a watercolor or a mixed media paper that can hang on to or hold the liquid that you put on it. Now, for myself, I started, the first thing that I did that I actually finished was I challenged myself to do 30 days of drawing, which I don't draw because I'm a dyslexic and I've never really learned how to draw. And that was this journal here where I just drew things. I drew things that I saw in the house. I drew things that were pictures. That wasn't a picture. I drew pictures. I drew other artists. And I did it for 30 days. And it was really interesting. And all you need is a pencil and an eraser and a book to do your art. So we can, if you're so inclined to just do sketching, either something inside or outside the house, all you really need is a sketchbook and a pencil and an eraser. Once you do that, if you want to get into color, then you can get into color. And when you get into the color, that's where a lot of my supplies may come in handy if you want to explore oil pastels or, certain different kinds of inks and pens. There's all kinds of stuff. I have been working for 15 years and collecting a huge amount of different medium to use, so I would be more than happy to share that with you. Now, so if you to get a journal, get something spirally. You can get a really big journal, but then the bigger journal it's going to be hard to fill up the pages. It may be better in the beginning to get, you can get a big journal like this, but then you break it up into pieces so that when you do work, it's manageable. You can actually see your progress more quickly. This is what I've been doing. This is my later journal. The other thing is, you know, you don't have to know how to do anything. You can just take something very, very simple. Here I did, you know, little pictures of birthday cakes. I have my, I have my calendar for next year if I so inclined to use this. Takes a simple, if you don't know how to draw, take something very simple. I started with cats myself. I just did a cat. And like my son said, it's like a snowman, only has two peaks on the top of its head. And that's all it is. I just had to add the tail. And so if you take a simple design that you can break down to very specific pieces, it's really easy. You can start your drawing journey there, and then you can add color and that sort of thing. So that's what I'm interested in encouraging people to do. Now, it's not a class. I don't plan on having a class. I will be doing just encouraging you to sort of search for what you want to do. Like if you're more into, like if you can't draw, maybe you want to do collaging. This is a collage. It's not a journal, it's a little book that I did. But this is all collage paper with just a little gold added. These are papers I collected, newspaper print. I don't know if that's a napkin. Different papers, and then little drawings that I copied from, they're not drawings, they're paintings from Waterhouse. And I just put them down, and whatever I thought was pleasing to me, that's how I did this little collage journal. So you don't really have to know how to draw. You can just do collaging. And I'm going to put below a woman called Cage Fish. She wanted to art journal all her life. She was looking to art journal, and she had trouble. Once she started adding medium, she was getting really frustrated. You know, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years later, all she does is collage. And it's ripped up papers that she puts down in a book. And she's worth watching. I'll put a link to her website, YouTube channel, and it's called Cage Fish. Now, it is also good. It's worth it to do sketching. This is like a photograph of Joni Mitchell. This is a painting from somebody at the turn of the century, Matisse. And the more I did, the more I got a little bit better at it, which was really satisfying. It was 30 days of sketching, 30 days of just drawing. And then what that led me to was this book here, where I did an installation piece for the Lakeshore Center for the Arts, and it's just, and it's all women, faces of women. And because I did the sketching, I was able to transfer that onto this, which is all watercolor with collage and drawing. So you never know where it's going to lead you. And it's all about having fun and taking one step at a time. Now, the other thing I want to talk about a little bit about sketching is I'm also going to put a link below for another person I follow online. Her name is the Unexpected Gypsy. And just recently she talked about doing a sketchbook. And I'm going to put that link on the bottom. She has wonderful things to look at and reasons why people should start sketching. And so I'll put that link as well below the description. So where am I now? I mean, I had this, probably this was the first thing I kind of did that was a sketchbook, but it wasn't really, or an art journal. And then I went to my, this sort of thing here where I was sketching just with a pencil and eraser and paper. Then I went from there to my ladies that I then made into a piece that I submitted to the art that I showed at at Lakeshore Center for the Arts. And then I went on to recently do all kinds of things, large and small. Now, if you're starting out, what I'd like you to encourage you to do is do something small. Break down the page so you have a lot of white space so you can see your little pieces. And it's fun to not labor too long on a piece. Here is just I drew the circles with a lid from a jar, and then I put in watercolors, and then I just outlined the colors. In other words, I was just making markings. And when I finished the page, and it only took me maybe an hour or two, I was really satisfied with it. And it's something I can always go back to just to look at, to see what I did, and and enjoy the actual painting. Then I went to squares. If you don't know how to draw and you're not sure about drawing, you can always do abstract. Abstract is interesting because it's all about color and composition, and then all about lines, doing lines and stuff like that. And so it's a nice way to free yourself up, not be intimidated by the page. And then if you make it small enough, it's more manageable. So if you can get a smaller book, or you can get a larger book like this and then break the pieces up on a page, that's something I would encourage you to do if you're starting out. And then, what else would I have to say? Do I have to say? Here's my latest one. It got really kind of crazy. I spent almost 2 days on these, but that was fun. So when I do these, there's no reference point. So it's not like I have to get the face right or the lips right or the colors right. This is all abstract. So it's just a matter of what's pleasing to my own eye. And I think it's a great way to start a journal, is by doing some abstract work. If you don't have any, ability to actually copy someone else, because a lot of people that are really good artists, they can copy anybody, they can do anything, but I can't. So I'll be doing that this Saturday, not this Saturday, Memorial Day Saturday. Not sure of the date. I'm going to remind people again. But if you are interested, you can send me a message, like a PM, personal message or something, and just let me know you're coming or not. And it's for the summer, but you don't have to come every day. You can come whenever you like. It's a Saturday from 12 to 2. So if you can't make it on Memorial Day and you want to come in the middle of July, you come in the middle of July. No big deal. And then the only thing I ask is that you have a journal, because I won't have journals for you. So, ideally online journal, although if you want to work with lines, you can. It's really up to you how you want to do it. I think there's journals at CVS, or you can get them online on Amazon. For straight sketching, it's good to get the smoother paper. If you want to do mixed media, get mixed media paper or watercolor paper. And then just make sure it folds open so it's flat. I'll show you how to use gesso. We'll talk about color and how color there's different student grade color, professional color, there's transparent colors, there's opaque colors, there's matte medium, gel medium, gesso. A lot of those things we can talk about. It's important to kind of be sort of familiar with those, because that just opens up your world. The other thing that's kind of nice about journaling, if let's say I have this page and I really hate it, you just gesso over it. You just gesso over it. You can start fresh. There's no need to throw anything out or rip anything out. Just keep working on something. So if you want to, if you want to bring someone, or if you're more than one person, that's fine too. I need to know that, though. If you're just one person, you can probably just stop in and there's no problem. But if you're bringing like 3 friends or 2 friends, let me know, just so make sure I have the space. I haven't set up the space yet. I have to do that in the next 2 weeks. Anyways, so I will post again before the summer begins, and this is about art journaling, starting your own art journal. It's really helped me out a lot, and I didn't start until like 2 years ago. I should have started long before that, but I didn't know what an art journal was until I started doing one. So let me know if you're bringing more than one person, or if you're thinking of coming. And again, you don't have to commit to the whole summer. All you have to bring is an art journal, and I'll have pens, I'll have papers, I'll have brushes. But those are all for use in the barn. I'm not giving away any art materials at this point. Maybe by the end of the summer, if I have art materials that I don't think I'll use, I will give them to participants. But right now, they're going to be staying in the barn. If you have any questions, let me know below. As I said, I'll have the videos I talked about below, and I'll put out another shout out before Memorial Day just to remind people. And that's it for today, and have a great day.